Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you yet again with another weekly video, and as usual I got a couple things to show you. So, pretty basic week this week. I didn't find a single thing in stores, which, you know, has kind of been more the norm than not for really this entire year. But I did manage to get a few cool things to show you. I did pick a couple things out of the Chuck collection that I've been grabbing out kind of sporadically as I needed content for these videos. So I only got a couple of things, but it's a couple of things I've been wanting to get opened. Starting with this, I did a Hot Ones 10 Car Tuesday episode this last week. So check that out if you did not already. Just a really cool series. I did the new Hot Ones from 2011 to 2012. I should say relatively new. Not really that new. But I also realized I did have this as well. This is the Hot Ones 80s Corvette. This is actually from the original Hot Ones. This one was 1982 copyright date. So there's that, this Corvette. I am going to go ahead and open up that in the second segment. We're going to rip that off the card and check that one out. And then I've got just two 5-packs here. I picked these out because my 10 Car Tuesday in a previous episode, not this week's but the week before, I did the Byway Man, which is kind of a popular older truck casting. I did do a 10 Car Tuesday on that particular casting, and I do have two more here in 5-packs. So we're going to check out both of these 5-packs. These 5-packs are kind of goofy. This one's from copyright date 97, and this one's copyright date 98. But we've got the Baja Blazers, which includes a blazer in there. So we're going to go ahead and open up that one and take a look at all 5 cars in that pack. And then the other one is the Hot Wheels Race Team Crew, which is this one right here. This one's pretty cool too because it's got what was it, Kenworth in there as well. So we're going to go ahead and check out those. What I was really interested in this pack in particular is both the bottom two. The top ones I really don't care for, the Combat Medic, the tow truck, and I think that's a Dodge Ram pickup. This one, I do like 3 out of the 5 in this one. So, but either way, we're going to go ahead and open up both of those in the second segment of the video and just kind of take a look at each one of those. Kind of a, you know, cheesy 90s Hot Wheels 5-packs, which the 90s weren't really a great year for Hot Wheels, I would say, as far as the deco goes. Kind of off-the-wall stuff and just not very tastefully done, I guess. At least not to my taste. So there's that. I did get some mail from John McGraw, who I've gotten mail from him in the past, actually quite a few times. I had helped him out with some card backs. He's a card collector and wanted to mail in K-Day stuff without using card backs, so we kind of struck a deal for a bunch of card backs. I sent him like 60 or so card backs. And one of the things in return was he was sending me this 67 Ford Bronco, which is the mail-in that he was mailing in for. So it's 2019 Collector's Edition Ford Bronco. You know, I agreed to this, and I wasn't originally going to keep this car, but now getting it in person, I think it actually looks quite cool. So we are going to go ahead and open this up in the second segment. I'm going to take this thing off card. I need a good example of this casting anyway, and I don't think I need anything that's much better than this. This is going to be pretty good. I think the only other one I had was a SpongeBob one, so I would rather have this one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this one up. He also sent me a Ferrari 512M. This is a 2006 first edition car. Pretty cool little Ferrari. We'll open that up in the second half. And then a GMC Motorhome in the Hot Wheels Classic series in this nice, beautiful kind of Spectraflame red. So I believe I needed this one as well. I think I had the one in like the Spectraflame, almost like pinkish color. I don't think I have this one in red. So we're going to go ahead and open up that. And then in other mail, I got mail from an eBayer. And they're 2 Z's. Pretty interesting stuff. This is a Takara Tomy So Tomica model cars, 1/64 scale model car kit. When it got sent, the model car kit was put all the way together. I'll show you this box a little bit more in detail coming up here in a moment. And then this is the car. It's a 240ZG. So G stands for Genos. Thank you to, I forget what person pointed that out in, I think, my last video. So this is interesting. One thing I didn't know, though, is it is all plastic. The body is plastic. The base is plastic. The wheels are rubber. It's got rubber tires and it rolls really well, too. But the whole thing is plastic. But we'll take a look at that close up in the second segment. And then we've got this here. This is a Nissan Fairlady 240ZG, 1971, also a Genos. This one is a Konami, and I got that one right there. This is actually sealed. It didn't come with the outer box, but it is still sealed in the package. So we'll go ahead and free the piece on this one in the second segment as well and take a peek at this. Now, Travis, Heavy Metal 164, kind of warned me about this casting, saying that, you know, I wouldn't really be interested too much in it because it has a horrible stance and stuff like that. And, you know, he might be right, just looking at it. It's not the best looking 240Z, but I'm a 240Z collector. I love the car, and I'm pretty much going to get any version from any brand I can possibly get. That's why I'm sort of not too disappointed that this thing is plastic. I was a little disappointed, but it is very well done and very well detailed. But we'll show it to you close up in the second segment. So we got a few things to look at, a couple 5-packs. We've got a few Hot Wheels, mostly Hot Wheels in this video, which is kind of a change of what has been as of late. And then we got a couple of oddball Japanese diecasts to look at, including one Konami and one, I guess, Takara Tomy Model kit. Should be all right. All right, so stay tuned for the second segment. We'll take a look at this stuff. Okay, so let's start by taking a look at this model kit thing. Takara Tomy model cars, 1/64 scale model. It looks like you've got the 3 castings right there. We got 2 different, this is a 240Z, 240ZG, 350Z, and I don't know, I think they have more of these out there, but it does appear they're all plastic body. Here's the 3 right here, Fairlady. So there you go. Here, take a look at the back of the thing here. A bunch of Japanese writing, so I don't know exactly what it says. These must like snap together, and it looks like they have some detail on the motor. They must snap together because there is no rivet or screw or anything like that. It's just showing that they're pretty detailed here. Yeah, so there's a base inside of here, and then there was the car in a little baggie, but I don't know if the car was supposed to come in pieces or not. It didn't come in pieces, and this thing was opened. It was not sealed. All right, so here is the car. This will be interesting because we got 2 different brands of this to look at. A plastic one like this. Now, I will say that I've been tempted to get a resin model in 1/64 scale lately, and it's that, I think it's a Lamborghini Veneta. Liberty Walk, I think is what it is. I think that's what it was. But it's a resin model, and it looks amazing, but it doesn't roll, and it's a resin model, so it's not made of any metal whatsoever. So I'm kind of been torn on picking one of those up or not. I haven't got it yet. It's always a possibility that I'll get it, though. It's come out with a lot of different variations, and maybe this car is the gateway to that, because this thing is all plastic. But it rolls. There is no rivets. It's got a pretty basically detailed base, which is typical of a lot of these import brand diecasts, which I don't know if we really even call this diecast, vacuum formed plastic, whatever it is. So it's got details in the front. It's got the headlight covers. Fairlady Z. It's got a little Z logo there. It's got silver trim. It's got inserted taillights as well. Little exhaust detail, some detail on the back. Again, the trim. The interior is very basically detailed. It's just black, but the molding looks quite detailed. I'm not going to try to pry it apart to see the interior in detail or see the motor underneath this hood, because you cannot open the hood, obviously. But the tires are rubber with tread. Prototypical wheels, right? Fairlady right there. Nice little detail. So it is very detailed. It looks really nice. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it. I mean, obviously it's plastic, so it's super lightweight, but it doesn't feel that cheap. And of course, the body's not going to have any sort of like metal flake or anything. It's not even painted, I don't think. It's like that's just the color of the plastic. But I think it looks, I don't know, pretty nice. I mean, the stance is pretty decent on this one. So, all right, that's that one. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Konami. So here's the Konami. The Konami's in white. We got a very similar car here, the 240ZG, 1971. I don't think they say what year this one is. It just says Fairlady 240ZG. Oh, and by the way, there is different colors it looks like it's available in. This is the brown one. There's a red one and a white one, and then this is available in yellow, green, and gray, it looks like. I don't think I'll get any of the other ones. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to get one of these just to have it. It's 1/64 scale 240Z, so, you know, I'm kind of into it. All right, let's go ahead and open this. I'm going to try to kind of open it somewhat carefully, just in case I ever want to kind of repackage it or whatever. Just kind of open it on one side if we can and pull it out. There it is. So these come on a plastic base, and there's one Phillips screw to take out. Go ahead and take that out right away. So it is a Konami. These usually come with an outer box as well. This one does not have the outer box. It was very inexpensive, though. So, and you know, I don't display them in the boxes, or I don't keep them in the boxes anyway, but I do like to keep the bubbles at least, just so I have a way to store them, just in case I would have to move or something like that. All right, so Konami, if you're familiar with Konami, they do have suspension. The stance on this doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's not great. It does ride a little bit high. And I think actually like those wheel wells make it look almost worse. That they have that little lip. But I don't think it looks too bad. This one is metal, so the body is metal. It does have inserted taillights. Some exhaust detail there. Rubber tires. It has inserted headlights with the covers. It's got the little Z logo right there in the hood. So it's got some silver trim, chrome trim, silver trim, and it's riveted, one rivet, quite detailed, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm not upset about this. I think it looks pretty awesome. I actually probably will get the other color this is available in. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. I think it might be red. I think it might be red. Whatever it is, I'm probably going to pick it up. I also have the white one, the other Konami casting, which that one's available also in yellow, and I think I'll pick that one up too. So the stance isn't great. It's not super fantastic. But this thing's got suspension, and it rolls, and it's detailed. It's not bad. Not as cool as the Tomica Limited Vintage that I showed in the last episode. Which one of these do you think you'd rather have? Would you rather have the plastic one? Which one looks better to you? Just let me know. Or the white one. You know, stance-wise, okay, yes, I'm going to give it to this one right here. It does look a little bit better. This thing looks a little bit more proportionate, but it's plastic, so it loses a point for that. This one, I don't know. I think it still looks pretty good. I still dig it. I'm definitely not as much of a fan of the Geno's 240Zs as I am of the standard front end. I think the standard front end looks a little bit better, just from a visual standpoint. But I don't know. I still like this car. So there's those. So there's our import diecast for the day. The next thing we're going to do is go through some Hot Wheels. Let's start with this one. It's kind of a continuation of our Hot Ones release, our Hot Ones video of the week, which check that out if you have not already. 80s Corvette, number 3928. This came out probably 1983. Copyright date 1982. And yeah, we're just going to rip it right open. So here it is, 80s Corvette. This is a cool casting. This is one of the cooler Corvette castings that's ever been out by Hot Wheels. I like it a lot, and I like it because it's pretty detailed, and it's got metal base, metal body. This is a Hong Kong base, one rivet construction. It does have an opening hood feature, which is pretty cool. And then it also has like a two-color interior, and I think it's all one piece. But anyway, it makes up the taillights. I don't know if you can kind of see that in there, but the taillights are red inside of there, and they're red because the interior bit there is either painted red or it has two pieces. I'm not really sure at this point because I've never taken one of these apart. It looks like it's just one piece that they're colored, but it almost looks like it could be two pieces too. That's hard to tell. But anyway, I like this casting. I like the Hot Ones wheels too. I'm a big fan of them. I think they're really cool. And I think this casting is quite neat. Is it a plastic top? Yeah, it's got a plastic top. Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely in line to be like my favorite Corvette casting. I'm typically not a huge Corvette fan, but this one's just cool. That's a cool Hot Wheel. I like that. All right. So, moving on from there. We'll do this real quick. This is a GMC Motorhome. This just happens to be one of those castings that I've always liked. Even when I started kind of looking for Hot Wheels, collecting Hot Wheels, I always thought the GMC Motorhome was a cool one. This is a cool version of it because it is an all-metal one. Ooh, that's interesting. Look at the base. That's kind of crazy. So it's got like a plated base, right? But look at that. I don't know if that's over. What is that? Almost looks like oil on the base. That's weird. So some discoloration on the base there, but other than that, this thing's in great shape. Spectraflame red, blue windows, Hot Wheels Racing Team sort of graphic on the side, redline wheels. Which one of them? Actually, all of them. The red lines weren't really printed on there very well. A little crooked. So this is an interesting piece. Glad to add it to the collection. Glad to check it off my GMC Motorhome list. So I think that's pretty neat. So I'm going to add that to the collection. And then I got a Ferrari 512M. I do collect any Ferrari Hot Wheel. So obviously this qualifies. This is a pretty basic casting. I like the way it looks in the package almost more than taking it out. And the other reason why is because it feels really cheap when you take this casting out of the package. It's got this chrome plastic base, thus has a chrome interior. This thing should open up, and there it is, to reveal the chrome motor. It's all right, I guess. I don't know. It just feels really cheap. It feels really lightweight. But it does look pretty good. That's a sweet Ferrari casting. I wonder if Kyosho makes one of these. I don't think I've ever seen one. If they do, I definitely want it. If they make a version of this car. But it's a Ferrari, so I kind of collect Ferraris. So there's that. And then we've got this right here. This is the mail-in. This is the 2019 Collector's Edition number 167 Ford Bronco, which was from Kmart Collector's Day. Gosh, those days have got to be numbered for Kmart. I do not know how they're still hanging around at all. Shopko just went under. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Shopko. I don't know if they were everywhere, but they're just liquidating and going out of business. I cannot believe that Kmart is still somewhat surviving and that they're still able to do a Kmart Collector Day. So this is from that. And They're not numbered, of course. It's one of the collector cars. These are never numbered. These always are sort of RLC car quality, at least close to it. They're not always quite RLC car quality, but they're always, very close. They have full deco generally. Generally, there's some sort of Spectraflame color. They all kind of follow one scheme throughout the year if you're not familiar with them. And this one's actually really nice. It's got nice details. It's got the Ford logo on the back. It's got the white top. It's got that Hot Wheels logo on the side. You do have painted headlights. Of course, it's metal body, metal base, and you got the big rubber off-road tires. I think it looks actually very well. When I first saw pictures of it, I really was not interested in it whatsoever. And but then when I got it and took a look at it, I was like, wow, this is actually really cool. So I'm keeping it. It's going to stay in the collection. I originally was just going to get one and trade one, but usually these things don't have a whole load of trade value anyway because they're not numbered. There's usually quite a few of them out there. If people that wanted them, got them, and the people that, could get as many as they wanted, they just had to buy enough cars. And I know Kmart's are few and far between, so maybe that makes them a little bit harder to get. But with them selling cases online and all that stuff, anybody can get them as long as they order the cases online. I think this one's pretty cool, though. That orange color is pretty awesome. And it's a good example of this Bronco. So I'm digging it. I'm digging it quite a bit. So we're going to add that to the premium Hot Wheels collection, which eventually I need to go through and get rid of some premium Hot Wheels because I don't think I'm going to keep them all. All right, so the next step we're going to look at is this. We got 2 5-packs to look at, and then I'll let you guys go for the week. So starting with this one here, this is the Baja Blazers. I'm just going to open it up off camera here. Pull it open. And we'll just pull these cars up one by one. Starting with this one here. I don't remember the name of this casting. This is like the Gulch Stepper or something weird like that. It's got those saw blade wheels, tri-blade wheels that are kind of goofy. Not a fan of those. Not really a fan of this casting altogether. But Mojave Racing. Goofy. And this next one's pretty cool. This is the Nissan. The Nissan truck. I don't remember the name of this one either. Sandstorm. This is kind of a cool casting. I've got a few of these, different variations of them. It's kind of a fan favorite for an older truck. It's got the motor in the back, which is kind of crazy. It's almost set up kind of like a monster truck. So it's lifted and stuff, and it does look pretty cool. JT Motorsport. It's got a plastic base, white interior, that is this, and the front grille. Looks okay. Then you got your Jeep. Roll Patrol. I think this casting's gone under several different names, Roll Patrol being one of them. Mudcat. Jeep. Ooh, little flea bite in the front, or a little nick in the front. That's like from the factory. Not a fan of this casting either, but you Jeep people probably dig that one. I don't know if it's a 5-pack exclusive. I'm guessing all of these are going to be just in the 5-pack. I don't think they were available in any carded pack. I think just 5-packs. Pretty sure anyway. So there's that. And then this one. This is the Bronco. Wash Me. That's a cool touch. Ooh, we got a wheel problem here. Is that fixable? Ooh, we got an error. Oh. Did I fix it? Not quite. That axle's not bit into like the base how it should be. So this is going to have some oddball stance. Pretty cool Bronco there. I like that Wash Me Tampo. I think that's pretty awesome. This is the Mudster. Looks pretty good. Metal base, metal body, made in Thailand. 1980 copyright date on that casting. So this casting's been around quite a bit. Been around the block. Plastic top. Metal everywhere else though. And it looks pretty good. Just this one axle is a little goofed up in here. Pretty cool. And then the reason why I wanted it was for this one here, which also has some... What the heck is going on? Look at that. Houston, we've got a problem. But here's your byway man. It's going by some other names as well. Oh, there we go. Axle was just a little screwed up. It's got those tri-blade wheels, Elba, JT Motorsport, of course, metal body, metal base. This is a great casting. Love this casting. And I can check this one off. I don't know, if you guys have been watching my channel for quite a long time, you kind of figured out that I'm a variation collector when it comes to some cars. It's like I want to get every single variation of them. I just like having the catalog of them. It's a fun way to collect, too. Some of the stuff I just want one of each model, and in other ones I just want every variation of that model. So, kind of fun. All right, so there's that, and we got one more 5-pack to go through. This is the Race Team Crew. Let's go ahead and open that up quick. And we'll start with the Combat Medic Tool Supply. Yeah, it's kind of a cool tooling. I think it's kind of neat. There's shout out to that van guy. I think you collect these Combat Medics. I think you dig those. I know my buddy Matt Duncan collects them as well. The back opens on these things. I mean, they're kind of a cool casting, but it's not really my thing. And then we got this tow truck, the tow rig. 1981 Thailand base, plastic base. I don't think this thing articulates at all. Just a plastic piece. Tow rig. It's kind of a cool kind of semi-truck casting. It's a semi-tow vehicle. And it looks okay. And then we've got Dodge Ram. I believe this truck was available in a version with a cap on it as well. Cap on the bed cap. Dodge Ram 1500, Dodge Ram truck, it just says on the bottom. It's an alright tooling. Not a big fan of it though. And then this Kenworth. This one I do like. I don't know why I really like it. It's kind of a weird semi-truck casting. There's not that many semi-truck castings, right, in Hot Wheels history as far as it goes. There's a few of them. This is one of them. This does not have an interior. It is completely blacked out. It's just a black piece that's inside of here. This one does have plastic base, metal body. I think they've all had a plastic base. It's just kind of a goofy one. There's really not that many variations of this truck out there. So... and it's kind of one of the if I see a variation I don't have, I'm tempted to grab it. So it's kind of cool to get that. And then lastly, of course, the casting I was after is that one right there. Pit Crew, High Bank Racing Crew Chief. Another byway man. And a goofy one. It's got saw blade wheels. It's from the 90s. It's not one of the more desirable ones. But hey, it's a 5-pack. It's a 5-pack version. And 5-pack versions are sometimes tough to get because you got to get the whole 5-pack. So, that's going to be it. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I thought it was all right. I wasn't able to show you too much, but we've got some Hot Wheels in there that look pretty cool. Got some import diecast. Next week's episode should be somewhat more exciting, I think. I've got some things coming, some things in the works. So I got a lot of stuff coming, and then we've got a club meet next Saturday, so that'll be the episode after next week's. So there should be a couple of episodes coming up here that are going to should be pretty darn good, I hope. And so hopefully you enjoy them. All right, so that's going to be it. We're not going to take up any more of your time. Thank you very much for watching. Please check out my playlist. Please check out my other videos. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Please drop a comment. And check out my sponsor, Mascar Cases. If you order a Mascar case on their website, use the promo code CHAMPION for 10% off your purchase. And that would be a good thing for my channel. So I would really appreciate it if you do that. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.